Don't you hate it when you go to buy 4 magazines and none of them are in stock? So you end up walking out with 4 different magazines. So you're half mad, half not mad.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with KCK. Yep, that's me.
Do you think there's anyone in the world who likes magazines as much as I do? I was cleaning the other day and I was getting so excited because I organized my magazines by like I have a whole table full of specific celebrities and all their magazines are stacked up in just stacks all along the table. Like Kim Kardashian, Jennifer Lawrence, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. Who else is on there? Gwyneth Paltrow, Selena Gomez, Dua Lipa, Lady Gaga. And then some magazines I just put in a bookshelf. And then some magazines I stack them up by, like, I'll do all the architectural digests of celebrity homes. So they're all in a stack. My current favorite right now is Interview Magazine because they're just like really big and the paper is like, it's not like newspaper paper, but it's thicker. If that makes sense. Anyway, they just look cool. And I was going through them and I'm like, they have been killing it lately. They have really good covers and whoever does their like production or set design or whatever is really good. So yeah, then I have like a stack of GQ. I have a stack of Vogue. Pretty much all the Vogue ones are in a stack besides the ones that are in on that table I was telling you guys about with like each specific celebrity. I have one for Rihanna, Kylie Jenner, what else? And then there's just magazines that I just love and I kind of just keep them around because I just like to look at them. And I love when I like go back and kind of go through them and forget about ones. And I'm like, I forgot about this. This is a good magazine. There's a lot I kind of just want to get rid of because there are celebrities that I don't really love. I don't really hate, but I don't like, I'm like, I don't really need to have this around. But I think my fascination for magazines came about like when I go get my haircut and the salons would have, their subscription magazines for you to read while you wait. Because back then there was no social media, so you kind of just had to sit and wait. And so I would look through these magazines. I'm like, what are these celebs up to? Celebs, they're just like us. And back then it was mostly Jennifer Aniston, Angelina Jolie, like Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, Brad Pitt, those celebrities. Now there's like a million to keep up with, but which is good for me because it's my favorite thing to do in the whole world. And I think that's kind of where it started. And then I don't know, like middle school maybe early high school, I started to buy the magazines at the front of the counter at like the grocery stores, the magazines that like aren't really real and like totally full of false information. People, Us Weekly, is Star even around? Is that even a thing anymore? Is it In Touch or In Style? In Touch, I think. And I'm like, oh, I love this. And I still have a full store, like a tote full of those magazines I bought because I thought those were like the only magazines that existed. I honestly didn't even know Barnes and Noble was a thing until I had to go buy The Great Gatsby for my junior year of high school. And I walked in and I was like, what is this magical place? And then I saw the magazine section. I'm like, what is going on? Then I started to realize that there are better magazines out there. And that's just kind of what sparked it. And I just kept them. I don't know. I think I kept them originally because I can't get rid of things. I'm doing better. But I just hated throwing it away like that. Like I throw garbage and stuff away, don't get me wrong. But those. And then it just kind of turned into this. Then I kind of went crazy and I was just buying magazines left and right. Now I'm more tailored on the ones that I buy. I buy celebrities that I, absolutely love. I will say Kim Kardashian has pretty much everybody beat. Her stack of magazines is like so much taller than the rest of them. That's one thing that girl does. She works, and she definitely gets her ass up and works. So, she kind of has a right saying that. But yeah, so, and now I just buy ones that I truly, truly like. I'm kind of torn between should I buy the Vogue with Blake Lively on it. I went to Barnes and Noble Saturday after the gym, and I wanted to get 4 magazines. I wanted to get the Beyonce GQ one, the Kylie Jenner British Vogue one, the Lady Gaga Vogue one, and Chappell Roan is on Rolling Stones. And is it Stones or Stone? Rolling Stones. Anyway, they didn't have any of them. And this happens a lot. I wish they wouldn't announce magazines until like a few days before they're going to release them, because it's so frustrating. And then a lot of times you just can't even get these magazines. I told Catherine, I was like, I honestly need to have a place in New York so I can go and I can get any magazine I want, because they're always going to be in New York. And she's like, yeah, that seems reasonable. I'm like, it does. It really does. I need to be able to go fly to New York once a month to buy all the magazines I want, because they don't have a lot of magazines in Utah, and it's really frustrating. But yeah, I walked out with another interview magazine with Demi Moore on it, and it has Omar Apollo in it, and Drew Starsky, he's from Outer Banks. He's Rafe, the very, very good looking one. And then there's Josh Hartnett. He was he in Pearl Harbor? Is that what he was in? And he was in that movie Trap, which actually was pretty good. I don't know if I told you guys I saw that, but it was pretty good, I gotta say. Twists and turns I didn't see coming. I think I did talk about this because there were some parts that were like kind of cheesy, but for the most part, it was actually really interesting, and I did not see a lot of the things that were happening happen. Like I didn't expect them. Anyway, I got that. What else did I get? Oh, I got Men's Health because Christian McCaffrey's on it. And then I got home and they have 3 different covers. Like I opened it up and was reading it. And what's that guy's name? Joe Burrow, is that his name? So I gotta go back and get his cover. And what else did I get? I got a SpongeBob word search book because I need something to keep me awake while I'm watching TV, which I know sounds ridiculous, but I think I just watched TV so much growing up to go to sleep that it just, if I'm tired, I will go to sleep. And like 80% of the time, if I lie down, is it lay down or lie down? Lie down, that kind of sounds better. While I'm watching TV or movie, I'm going to be out. I don't know why I was cursed with tiredness, but I am. One of the worst times I've been tired, and I was like so miserable and like mad. I get so mad when I'm tired. Like mad that I'm tired. I don't get mad. I guess maybe I do get mad if I'm tired, but it's just like so frustrating. I'm like, why am I tired all the time? Like there's some people out there who just like are constantly going and they're never tired. And then there's me who like could just take a nap anywhere. I could fall asleep right now. Should I just fall asleep for the rest of this episode? But it was at Rob Schneider's concert, his stand-up tour, and I was so tired. I was so tired, you guys. I could not stay awake. I was so uncomfortable, and probably because the show was bad too. Yeah, I think I've already told you this, but I regret going to his show. Like we all do. Everyone that went, we're like, he's not even funny. He's like really racist, and it's all about politics, and it's like, okay, a politic joke here and there is whatever, but it was like the entire time. And it was like 3 or 4 years after COVID, and like that's all he talked about was how annoying COVID was. I'm like, yeah, we all lived through that. We're done with it. Like we want to ignore the fact that that wasn't even a thing. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, Yeah, SpongeBob SquarePants crossword puzzle. I got that. Not crossword puzzle. I can't do those. Those are too hard. I got a word search. So, yep. I got some things. Oh, and I rearranged my furniture this past weekend too, which is like my favorite thing to do in the whole world. So now I brought this case piece downstairs, this cabinet thing, and it's like 3 different levels with glass doors. And I put it in my office, and it's going to be what holds all of my pop culture memorabilia. So like my Lady Gaga Chromatica Oreos are going in there, my Katy Perry puzzle, my Mean Girls cup, my popcorn tins that I get. I'll probably put my CDs in there. What else? My Taylor Swift 1989 organizing boxes. What else is gonna go in there? Just stuff like that. And I'm like, that's perfect. Like everything like that can go in there because it's all kind of just scattered right now. But I did a lot. So I put a desk thing in the main like living room downstairs, the great room where the big TV is, facing the TV so I can do my puzzles. I sound so old, but there's isn't this just like so fun to do in the winter? Just like sit by the fire, watch TV with your lamps on for the ambient lighting and do a puzzle. I think it's I think it's one of the greatest things in the whole world. So anyway, I can't remember the other magazines I got, but I got 4 of them. And I got Le Officiel, I think that's what it's called, with Nicole Kidman on it. And also that show I was telling you guys about, The Perfect Couple. I've heard it's pretty good. My aunt and my mom both started watching it, and they like it a lot. So I need to start watching that. Anyway, it was a productive weekend. I did a lot around the house, and I went to Lagoon yesterday. And honestly, we walked on to every single ride. Like we waited in the line for the newer ride a long time. The way they designed that, it was a total flop. They should have done it better. Because you don't even the line you wait in is not very long, but it takes so long for them to load people, and I really don't understand why. I don't understand if it's the workers aren't doing it efficiently or what, but it just takes so long. I'm like, why is this taking forever? It shouldn't be like this. But the ride's pretty good for Lagoon. I mean, it's like interactive and stuff. But every other ride, like Cannibal, we walked on it and then got off the ride, walked back on, and got in within like 2 minutes. Wicked had absolutely no line. Spider had a little bit of a line. Colossus had no line. The Rocket we waited in for a little bit. And then like they have their haunted houses out, and my friend Mallory wanted us to go in it so bad. And me and Stephanie are like, oh, okay. So we're like trying to stall. So we went in this one. It wasn't like terrifying, but I don't like people behind me. I don't like people breathing down my neck. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. And so she wanted to go on other ones that were scarier, and we're like, oh, yeah, we'll get to them. And finally, we're like, I don't want to do that. I'm sorry, I do not want to do that. But then it started to storm, so we left, and it was pretty fun. Like we literally rode like everything, and yeah. So the thing, I guess everyone that was listening to this has probably been to Lagoon, but they're like saying at the end of every ride, "Welcome back. Uh, Step off the ride and watch your step, and I hope you have a good day here at Lagoon." And I'm like, that thing is getting so annoying. They're like, you like walk into the park, they're like, "Hello, here at Lagoon." You like get food. "Thank you, here at Lagoon." I was like, okay, we get it. We're at Lagoon. We get it. But my friend had to buy a day pass. It was $117 for a day pass to Lagoon. I'm like, that is wild. That is so crazy. And like I've complained about this before, but I have the season pass, and like they don't even give you discounts on food or merch or anything. Not that I buy merch from Lagoon, but you know what I mean? Like that is so baffling to me. I kind of hope another amusement park comes in and like kind of puts them in their place, because that's really annoying to do. But you know what? That might be a reason why it was so empty, and I'll take it because it was actually nice. Like there were like hardly any crowds, and You literally just could walk and do whatever you wanted. So anyway, that's kind of my weekend. I went to the gym on Saturday. I worked out with my trainer, and then I was telling him, I was like, every time after I work out, I go in the theater room and walk on the treadmill and watch my movies. And that's like my little treat to myself. And this week was Inception, which I hadn't seen in a long time, and all of them looked so young. I can't even remember when that movie came out, like 2009? Was it 2009 it came out? But let's see. Yeah, all of them look so young. And I'm like, I forgot about this movie. And it's pretty good. But it's a Christopher Nolan movie, I'm pretty sure. And I have a hard time following along with his movies because I'm not the brightest of people. Inception, 2010. I forgot Cillian Murphy was in it. You must like Cillian Murphy, because isn't Cillian Murphy in Batman too? Am I wrong? Or Dark Knight, or whatever it is. I could be wrong. Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Cillian Murphy, Elliot Page, he used to be Ellen Page. Michael Caine's in it. I forgot about that. One scene I think about a lot is the scene where they go down to the basement and it's that hotel suite, and his wife or ex-wife or whatever is in there, and she starts freaking out. I don't know why I think about that scene a lot, but I do. And I think about it like a couple times a month probably. I don't know why. It's just one of those scenes that sticks in your mind, and it's just like little clips of it. But that was the scene that was on during my walk at the gym, and I love it. I've watched The Martian, I've watched Miss Congeniality, I've watched The Batman with Robert Pattinson, which I was listening to a podcast or something the other day, and people didn't like that movie. They said it was boring. I've watched Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2. I was going to say Part 4. Let's see. Who am I looking at? I don't know why I clicked on her name, actually. I don't think I meant to do that. Okay, let's move on. What should I talk about first? I'm kind of getting sick of all these people on TikTok who think that they're so smart. You know what I mean? It's like these people that dissect famous people and album. They just use big words, and it makes it seem like they're really intelligent, but actually they're just like being rude. They're like just tearing down celebrities and artists and stuff. And this one was talking about how Emma Chamberlain, people are like kind of not boycotting, but not loving her anymore because she's not relatable. And I'm like, why does everyone have to be relatable? Like, that's what people's whole things right now is about the Kardashians. And I'm like, they've never claimed to be relatable, ever. Like, their life from the day they were born is not relatable to most of the world. And, like, they didn't start their show this humble, family living in, like, a townhouse together. I mean, they did, but they all had their own town. You know what I mean? Like, they never claimed to be relatable. And now they're, like, super, like, on a level that's not close to what most people would call relatable. But so, like, I don't care. Like, why does that matter? And now that people are saying Emma Chamberlain's not relatable anymore, which I think she did start off as, like, someone just filming in their bedroom. And so I get her life has changed a lot, but I don't know. Why is that a thing? Why do people care about that so much? I've heard that a lot the last, like, couple years. Like, there people are relating the Kardashians to, like, Marie Antoinette time, And I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, though, we're the ones that give these famous people money. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's our fault. Like, we're the ones that make these people famous. So I just don't understand. If you don't like something, just turn off the TV. Just don't follow them. Like, the people that get on and leave hate comments, besides for Zach on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, poor Jen, she can't post any video without people being like, Jen, you need to leave. Jen, leave. Jen, get out of there. Like, she posted a video the other day, and it was her, like, begging him to move back to to Utah. And like he's in the videos with her. And I'm like, you are brave. Like, I don't know if you're not reading the comments or what, but there's not one nice comment. They're all nice to her, like saying, get out of that marriage, Jen, leave, take the kids and run. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, I would never just go on and angrily write something to someone who's not even doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? And there are people that do that. They purposely get on and write mean things. I just don't understand. Just don't follow them. To like block them. Like you don't have to support them. I don't know. I just think it's interesting how people are upset now that influencers aren't relatable and celebrities aren't relatable. And I'm like, I don't think they've ever really been relatable. So I don't really know where this is coming from. I don't know. Just some food for thought for me. Like, I think if everyone was relatable, the world would be boring, right? There's a reason that these people are on TV and have millions of followers and stuff. It's because they're interesting. They have different lives. So that's my take. Let's see. Apple has announced their new iPhone, and how convenient that my touchscreen is wigging out now. Kind of strange, huh? And it's like the iPhones, they're really cool and can do a lot of things, but it's like the same thing. Like the new one just has a new button. That's all it has, is just a button to take a picture with. And I'm like, is that really worth spending $1,500 for? I don't know. So now I'm wondering, do I get the new iPhone? Like, I don't know. Obviously, here's a very first world problem thing. I had the iPhone 14. No, I had the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And iPhones come out in September. But the Taylor Swift concert was the end of July. And I'm like, I can't go to this concert sitting front row with this old camera. So I'm like, I have to buy the iPhone 14 knowing that the iPhone 15 is coming out in 2 months. And now it's 2 phones later. So I'm like, okay, I've waited 2 phones, but really I've only waited 1 year. Should I get a new phone? Then part of me is like, but it's the same thing. It's literally the same thing with a button and maybe a slightly better camera. That's like their whole angle every single year. Every phone. The best camera in the whole world. The most advanced camera ever to exist. I'm like, hey, well, is there anything new? There is something new, which is interesting because Verizon just announced it too. You can now send text over satellite. And my question is, why has that taken so long? Why can we have TV through satellite and satellite radio, but we can't have cell phones? I just don't understand why there's not service every single square inch of this planet. I don't understand. Really, I don't get it. I don't get how fax machine works. I don't get how phones work, phone lines. I don't get how TV cable work. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't understand how this stuff works, but there's some stuff we have, and it's like, okay, if we have that, why can't we have cell phone service every single place on the world? I just don't understand. My question is, why is it taking it so long? So now Verizon has their own satellite signal. I don't know if it's like just for emergencies. I don't think it is. But it says you can now send text via satellite. So that's a new upgrade. So message me. Tell me if I should get the new phone or not. I don't know if it's worth it. I probably, shouldn't buy a phone. But it's kind of my job now. So I feel like I should. But my other phone is like way old. My other phone's like 4 or 5 years old. And I'm like, I don't use that one as much though, so it doesn't bother me if it's like slower. But at the same time, I'm like, should I upgrade that one first? Or should I have 2 phones at all? That is the question. Okay, what's next? So I don't know anything about these people at all. I just saw someone stitch a video of them. They're on TikTok. Their names are Matt and Abby. And I was shocked. These are people who should not have kids. Like, truly. There are many, many people I believe should not have kids, and these people are one of them. I saw this story. They go on the cruise. their kids are like 3 and 2 or something. The kids have their own rooms, and the parents leave after the kids go to bed and go to dinner and like hang out on the ship. And they're like, yeah, our baby monitor doesn't work more than like 10 feet away, so like we don't really know what's going on. Like they're posting this stuff on the internet. I'm like, that is crazy to leave. I get leaving like kids who are like maybe 10, 9 or 10, 8, you know what I mean? That's a different thing. But leaving a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old in their own rooms by themselves on a cruise ship, they should be imprisoned. I'm sorry. They should be. And so my friend Mallory was telling me about this couple is just kind of like problematic anyways. So this is just like a normal day for them. But can you believe that? Would you ever do that? I'm not even a parent and I wouldn't do that. Like, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. Wild. Absolutely wild. Okay, this last thing before we get into like I guess this is celebrity drama, so never mind. We'll start with this. I saw a TikTok the other day. By the other day, I mean yesterday. And it was on a video of Harry Styles. And the girl was like, she had a picture up of, you know, when the comments are up, but the video is still playing in the background. And she's like, it's like green screen or whatever. And her face is just like shocked. And it's a comment some little girl left. And she's like, yeah, did you guys know that he was part of One Direction? And they're like, are you serious? And they're like, she's like, yeah, apparently that's how he got famous. The comment or the caption was like, it's begun. I'm like, we have come so far that the younger generation didn't know that Harry Styles was a part of One Direction. That is so disheartening to me. That makes me feel so sad. Like I want to go crawl into bed for the rest of the day and sleep. Like that makes me so upset. Oh my gosh. Wow. How long? I guess it's been 10 years since they broke up, hasn't it? Maybe not quite 10 years. So weird. So weird. I remember because 10 years ago, my cousins went to their concert in LA. They went to one night and then again the next night. And so I would just take the rental car and drive around LA and like go look at places. And like I drove past the Dash store, the old Kardashian store on, is it Melrose? And like I would literally just drive around and wait for them to be done. And that was 10 years ago, almost exactly, because we flew on September 11th because the canyon that we were supposed to drive through was flooded and our grandma didn't want us driving, so she paid for our flights, which was kind of nice. And so, yeah, so I just drove around, then we went to Disneyland. It's been 10 years almost exactly to the day. So they were still together then, so what has it been? Had Zayn left at that point? I honestly don't even know. Anyway, so there's some news to make you feel old. I hope that helps. I hope that helps ease my burden of feeling old. I hope people are starting to feel old now, and it's not just me. But yeah, Miley Cyrus has a new song at the end of the new movie Showgirl. Showgirl is, the last Showgirl. It's got Pamela Anderson in it. And who else? It's got Brenda Song. All of our London Tipton girlies out there. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Billie Lourd. Billie Lourd is Carrie Fisher's daughter, and Carrie Fisher was she Princess Leia? I think she was. And her mom was Debbie Reynolds, who was the grandma on Halloween Town. And this story always makes me so sad because Carrie Fisher died, and then shortly after Debbie Reynolds died. And I truly believe people die of broken hearts, like 1000%. And that's what happened. She was so sad that her daughter died, and she just couldn't handle it because it was literally not very long after, and she passed away. So anyways, Billie Lourd is the offspring to those two. And Dave Bautista, he is, what is his name on Guardians of the Galaxy? Anyway, he's that wrestler guy, and he's part of the Guardians of the Galaxy crew. Anyway, this last showgirl, a seasoned showgirl must plan her future when her show abruptly closes after a 30-year run. And apparently, I wish they would tell you when these are coming out, because it just premiered at the Venice Film Festival, and all it says is 2024 in an hour and 25 minutes. I want to know if it's coming to theaters. I want to know what streaming service it's going to be on. I want to know what date it's coming out. Like, why do they do this? It's so frustrating. Come on. It's like your only job, IMDb, is to tell us where you can watch movies and about movies. Like, your whole job is movies and TV shows. Anyway, Miley Cyrus has a new song apparently on it called Beautiful That Way. And it says Gia Coppola. Is Gia Coppola Francis Ford Coppola's daughter? Gia Coppola. Parents. No. She's not. Wait, how old is Francis? Let's see. Hang on. Is Gia Coppola oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Related to Sofia Coppola. That must be who I'm thinking of. How many Coppolas are there? The Coppola family has a long... Oh, is this... Okay, hang on. The Coppola family has a long legacy of filmmaking, including legendary director... Yes, Francis Ford Coppola. I was right. His sister, Talia Shire. His 3 children, Okay, so he is her grandpa. I think that's how you say him. Carlo, sorry. Giancarlo Roman and Sofia Coppola, granddaughter of Gia Coppola, and nephews Nicolas Cage and Jason Schwartzman. That's a crazy family. Yeah, I remember Nicolas Cage changed his name because he didn't want people to think that he was like a Nepo baby. They didn't even call it at that time, but he wanted to stand out on his own. So I wonder why he chose that name. How interesting. And Jason Schwartzman. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, yes. Okay. This guy. Wow. There's something in the air because I saw this guy and I'm like, oh, he's one of those people that you like know, but you really don't know what he's from. And he's in like 2 or 3 movies that are probably going to be nominated for like Golden Globes or Oscars this year. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. He's in a lot of good movies right now. Jason Schwartzman. He looks like what's his name? He's on Legally Blonde. Wilson. Luke Wilson. He kind of has that look to him. Sorry, I don't know why his name's not popping up. Anyway, that's not important. What was I getting at? Oh, she has a new song at the end of that that movie. The last showgirl starring Pamela Anderson will feature a new original song by Miley Cyrus called Beautiful That Way, produced by Andrew Wyatt. I wonder what songs he's done. Andrew Wyatt, American singer-songwriter, songs. What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish? Wow. Okay. A lot of other songs I don't... Interesting. What Was I Made For does not really fit in with the rest of the songs that he has done. They seem kind of dark and scary. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know any of these other songs. Literally not one other than What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. Interesting. All right, moving on. Next subject, there is a Happy Gilmore reboot. Apparently, so Julie Bowen is in that, and she's going to be in the next one, and she said that it is so secretive and tight-lipped that no one really knows much about it. Like on the call list, like people's names aren't even on there. They're pseudonames. Is that what you would say? They're not the real names. And so that has started filming. They've started, so get ready for that. That movie's really funny. This one is a weird one. Nat and Alex Wolff are opening up for Billie Eilish. Isn't that so weird? I just... What? Have they started singing again? Nat and Alex Wolff. Pop duo. Yeah, I don't understand. Anyway, they're opening up for Billie Eilish. And... Hang on, let me see what shows. Again, I'm going to keep complaining because she's not coming to Las Vegas. Like, it's a given now that people aren't coming to Utah, which is just so depressing. But the fact that people aren't going to Vegas, like Dua Lipa just announced her tour too. She's not going to Vegas either. What is going on? What? Vegas is a massive market and it can hold so many people. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Let's see. They are going to be in Quebec, Toronto, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Detroit. Oh, they're going to be. Oh, never mind. Who's next? The Marias. I don't know who that is. And Tower Bird. I gotta step up my game. I don't know who any of these people are. I just thought that was interesting. Like, do they have music? Let's see. Nat and Alex Wolf. Do they have new music? I just don't understand. Yeah, 2023, an album, Table for Two. I don't want to listen to it, but interesting. 16 songs. I had no idea. June 15th, 2003 or 23. The last album before that was 2016. They had a single in 2020. And then they had an EP in 2019. How have I not heard about this? They only have 78,000 listeners per month. I'm not laughing, like, good for them, but to go on tour with Billie Eilish, that's kind of crazy. Interesting. Don't let me forget to tell you guys about who won the VMAs. I don't think I put it on my list. Maybe I should do that. VMAs. Okay. Oh, and the Emmys were yesterday. I didn't watch them. Sorry, I was at Lagoon. Here at Lagoon. All right, what's next? Tom Holland is supposedly coming back to be Spider-Man. I wonder how Marvel needs to step up their game. They're not doing so hot lately. Apparently, Kate Middleton has finished her chemo treatment, so good for her. I hope she recovers well. That whole thing seems like ages ago, doesn't it? It feels like so long ago. And the fact that that was coinciding with the Willy Wonka pop-up thing. My cousin took her daughter to this unicorn event the other day, and she said it was like this big not warehouse, but was like what am I trying to say? What is that place called? Mountain America. It used to be the Expo Center. Is that an Expo Center? So it was like this really big room, and she said they walked in, and like the first like walkway you walk under was like so cool, and you can tell they spent a lot of time on it and stuff. Then you get in, and it's just like little stations. She's like, it reminded me of the Willy Wonka pop-up shop so bad. Like the unicorns were like all ripped and like dirty and gross, and you got in, you had to pay for everything, and everything was so expensive, and they had like this ball pit. I just think that's so funny. Who comes up with these things? I just don't get it. Let's see. I think I talked about this before. Beyonce's on the cover of GQ. I couldn't get that this week. It's not out yet. Selena Gomez is on the cover of Vanity Fair, which she just announced that she's not able to have kids, which is really sad because of all of her health issues. I feel like she's someone who would be a good parent and would want to be a mom. She's dating that. I'll be nice, but she's dating someone who many people think that is way out of her league in not a good way. So, but he has given us some of the best songs of all time. Should we see what songs he's given us? I just forgot his name. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco songs. He's given us Teenage Dream. He's given us Lonely by Justin Bieber. Let's see. East Side. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Where are all these songs? I don't know any of these songs. Interesting. Sorry, I guess it's not as lucrative as a list as I thought. Okay, Issues by Julia Michaels. Perfect by Ed Sheeran. That is a good song. I do like that song a lot. Love Yourself by Justin Bieber. Senorita by Camila Cabello and Shawn Mendes. Let's see what else. Happier, East Side, Cold Water by Justin Bieber, 2002 by Anne Marie, Diamonds by Rihanna. Let's see, Payphone by Maroon 5, Nightmare by Halsey. I love that song. I don't know why she didn't put that on the album that came out after that. So weird. Tik Tok by Kesha. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry. Let's see. California Girls. A lot. There's like a lot that I'm skipping too. Oh, Black Widow. That was supposed to be Katy Perry's song. Did you know that? Black Widow by Rita Ora and I was going to say Dua Lipa and Iggy Azalea. Same Old Love by Selena Gomez. Dynamite, Teenage Dream, Hot and Cold. Let's see, what else has he done? He's done a lot. There's a lot on here, guys. It just keeps going and going and going. Die Young by Kesha. Okay, I'll be done. Circus by Britney Spears. Wow, that's a good song. Obsessed by Addison Rae. Now that is a good song. If you guys aren't on the Addison Rae bandwagon yet, I don't know what to tell you. You got to get on. She's good. Let's see. Chaperone is on the cover of Rolling Stone. Is it Rolling Stone? Rolling Stones. I've already said that, but in here I have Rolling Stone. Do you guys hear James Earl Jones passed away? That's really sad. If you don't know who that is, he is Mufasa from Lion King. He's been in a lot, actually. He's in Star Wars. He was Darth Vader one time. The Lion King, like the original, the live action one, Lion King 2, which I love Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Are you kidding me? He's been in The Big Bang Theory, just one episode though. He was in House, I guess, for one episode. I heard that show's crazy. I didn't know he's in Scary Movie 4. Just the narrator. He was in The Sandlot. He was in Robots. I mean, he's been in like probably a lot of better ones. I should be saying more well-known ones. But yeah, so he was 93, and I think he worked pretty much till the day he died. I'm gonna say, because he has that new one coming out, Mufasa, right? Let's see, where is the one? They usually have a upcoming list of stuff for actors on here. Oh well, it's not that important. Yeah, anyway, R.I.P. to him. Sorry to that man, as Keke Palmer would say. Jennifer Garner is on the cover of Architectural Digest, which I need to add that to my list. I didn't have that on my list. I love her. If you don't like Jennifer Garner, there's something really wrong with you. And I'll say that to your face. Because she genuinely is like, she's like Dolly Parton vibes. She's like just so kind and so gracious and so patient and just so fun and happy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've never heard anyone say they don't like her. So I guess that's good. But she's just so, I would love to meet her. I would love to hang out with her. I would love to just like watch her for a day, just see how she goes about her day. Like, she does so much stuff. And she was in the new Deadpool. She did a good job in that. Like, I just love her. I just love her so much. 13 going on 30. Are you kidding? Just so much. Let's see what else is next. Abbott Elementary returns on October 9th. And if you need a show to watch that's kind of like sitcom-y, but it doesn't have like the laugh track, but it's just light, it's kind of like The Office. This is one of those. Like, it is so funny and so just happy and like bright and easy to watch. And yeah, it comes back October 9th, and I highly suggest you watch it. I think the episodes are like a half hour long, but yeah. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. Do you guys remember Fire Festival? Which I can't believe it's been this long. I think it's been 5 or 6 years since that happened, which is just disgusting. But they're doing another one, Fire Festival 2. And let's see, hang on. Where is the tab that I had for it? Hang on, I'll find it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Fire Festival 2 is taking place in April on a private Caribbean island. I think this is wrong because farther down it says a Mexican island. I guess it could be on the other side, right? I should probably look at a map. And he's only 32. Isn't that weird? I thought he was a lot older. After serving 4 years in prison for fraud. If you don't know what Fire Festival was, Fire Festival was supposed to be this luxurious, like a luxurious Coachella, basically. And like Kendall Jenner and Gigi Hadid, and I think Bella Hadid, and Emily Ratajkowski and Bella Thorne, like were all promoting it. It was supposed to be like this luxurious, like the commercial was so, like made it look so cool. And basically people got there and it was like they had hazmat tents set up for people to stay in, and like these sandwiches that were like looked like the most disgusting sandwiches ever. Like people paid a lot of money for this and like flew down to this private island, and then they were trying to leave because they had to cancel it. Like they kept telling Billy, his name's Billy McFarland, he's like the whole ringleader of this. They kept telling him like weeks and days and stuff before, they're like, you've got to cancel this, you've got to cancel this, this is not going to happen, we're not ready, we don't have enough water, we don't have enough bathrooms, like this is not what you're advertising it for. And he wouldn't cancel it. And so finally people get there, and like after the first day he's like, yeah, we're actually canceling it because it's just not working out. So the airplane hadn't come back yet or something. I can't remember what happened. I need to watch it again. There's two documentaries, one on Hulu and one on Netflix. And they get everybody to the airport and then they won't let people leave. They literally chain the door shut because people aren't allowed to leave the airport for like legal reasons. I don't know why. Like it was a disaster. It was a disaster. Anyway, he went to jail for 4 years. After serving 4 years in prison for fraud, the Fire Festival founder wants to gather 3,000 attendees for a second try at the infamously botched music festival. Okay, see, Fire Festival is set to return for round 2 next spring, this time on a privately owned island off Mexico. The infamous Fire Fest in 2017. Holy crap, that does not feel that long ago. I thought it was around the same time as Tiger King. Sorry. I guess not. Fell so far short of its promise that its name has become a cultural shorthand for epic disaster. But its founder, Billy McFarland, thinks he can pull off another try. McFarland said in an interview that for the first time around, he was 24 years old, trying to pull together a festival with a few of his friends. Now he insists he's going about it professionally. We have a chance to embrace this storm and really steer our ship into all the chaos that has happened. And if it's done well, I think Fire has a chance to be this annual festival that really takes over the festival industry, said McFarland, now 32. McFarland said he hopes to gather 3,000 people for Firefest 2, scheduled for April 25th to April 28th. Isn't that during Coachella, or is that right after? Ticket prices will range from $1,400 to, on the low end, to $1.1 million. That is insane. For the most expensive festival package, which he said will include luxury yachts, scuba diving, and island hopping. McFarland claimed he has hired a festival production company to handle the stages and the bathrooms and all the stuff that I clearly don't know how to do. He declined to name the island or the production company, saying more details will be revealed in the next few months. He added that the festival has not booked its artists. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope there's another documentary. Whereas he gave himself only 6 months from the idea for the first Firefest to its attempted execution. McFarland said he has spent the full year working on Firefest 2 with more than 7 months to go. It's not about 10,000 people staring at a stage with their hands in the air, he said. It's about getting on a plane with 6 people. 2 might be your friends and 3 might be people you met that morning, and going and exploring an island or a beach or a reef that you didn't know existed until you got on the airplane. What a weird way of getting people to go to this. It's an ambitious endeavor for a world-renowned fraudster. Could you imagine reading that? The first iteration of Firefest promised ticket buyers luxury villas and gourmet food at what was supposed to be an extravagant music festival in the Bahamas. Instead, attendees were met with disaster relief tents, cheese sandwiches and plastic foam boxes, and no concert. Like the band canceled. I can't remember who it was supposed to be, but they found out about it and they're like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're turning the plane around. The festival had been promoted by the likes of Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, and Emily Ratajkowski, among other celebrities and influencers. Why did I read Bella Thorne at first? I don't think that's right. Sorry. My bad. Upon arrival, however, hundreds of people circulated viral social media posts of their botched experience, inspiring multiple documentaries and podcasts about the failed event. I was totally guilty. I committed a crime, obviously went to prison, and I deserved that prison sentence. But it wasn't until the day after the festival was canceled and I had one of my early investors call me and basically say, we need to do this and this, or else you're going to be on the front page of the Wall Street Journal in handcuffs. That call made him realize that he had violated federal law. He said, describing it as a heart-skipping moment where it's like, wow, I knew what I was doing was morally wrong. Anyway, he went to prison for 6 years. In August 2023, he has to pay $26 million? Wow, no wonder he's trying to start this thing. Let's see, in 2023, a drop of 100 pre-sale tickets for Fire Festival 2 at $4.99 a piece sold out within a day. He said he believes much. There's no location, no details, no nothing. He says that he believes much of the initial interest is credited to the Fire Fest notoriety, even if or possibly because it generates expectations for another catastrophic failure. Crazy. That is so crazy. People are going again. I want to see. So I'll follow anyone that's going because I want to see behind the scenes access. Dua Lipa was on 60 Minutes recently. I think yesterday, actually. So I need to go and watch that. I just love Dua Lipa so much. And I actually need to fact check this. I think it's correct. Hang on. Let me pause you guys for a second. Okay, I was right. Dua Lipa is on the new song for Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan, but she's just talking. It's just like voice notes that she sent to Charlie. And so she's not really singing. It's just her talking in, I think it's French and Spanish. But yeah, so I love her so much. But she announced her tour. And guess who else is not going to Vegas? Dua Lipa. And you know how disheartening that is? So I think tickets go on sale, is it this week or next week? Let's see. Sorry, hang on. I am just looking for the tour information. So you got to go on and do pre-fan or early fan access or whatever. And you get to choose 3 venues that you would like to go to. So I chose New York because I haven't been there in a long time, and I chose 2 in LA because LA's like the closest. I guess Denver's closer. I don't know. I'm not loving Denver lately. I don't know why. I've been there 2 or 3 times for concerts, and it's just not my vibe. I don't know. It's not a place I want to travel to go to concerts anymore. If I'm going to have to travel, I want to go to Vegas, LA, New York, Chicago, like something like that. I don't want to go to Denver. Sorry, Denver people. I just don't. I do not want to go to San Francisco either. San Francisco, I'm sorry. I just don't like San Francisco at all. It was dirty. It was gross when I went. I've heard it's gone downhill even since then. So, yeah, there's that. Dua Lipa announces 40 new 2025 dates for the Radical Optimism Tour. And at the bottom it says more dates to be announced. So I hope she announces, I'm wondering if she's doing stadiums. I can't imagine she's doing stadiums, as much as I love her. But we have an arena. Come on, Dua, we have an arena. Please come. Las Vegas has every venue you could imagine. Is there something going on in Vegas? Is there a law that's changed? Has someone pissed somebody off? They don't want to go to concerts there anymore? I just don't get it. So anyway, she's starting in Europe, and then she's making her way to the United States at the end of, I guess she goes to Canada first. And then starting basically a year from now, September 5th, she starts in Chicago. Or I should have done Chicago. My friend lives there. And then ends in Seattle on October 16th. That's a quick run in the US. A month? Wow. But like I said, more dates to be announced, and I hope she does, because I really, really, really want to go see her. I was debating on going to ACL, Atlantic Music Festival. Is that what it's called? I know. Did I say Atlanta? Austin. Sorry, I totally butchered that. Austin City Limits is what it is. And I think Benson Boone's going to be there. But I think I'm going to Coachella, as you guys know. I don't know if you guys knew this. I'm going to Coachella, and I'm really nervous. And I think I can only handle one stadium for the foreseeable future. No, why did I say stadium? My God, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm reading off this. One festival for the foreseeable future is what I meant to say. She's playing a stadium in Singapore though, 2 nights in a row. She's going to Indonesia. She's playing a stadium in Taiwan. So she does do stadiums, you guys. Yeah, okay, so she's doing arenas. In New York, it is Madison Square Garden. Oh, I wanted to go there for so long. I kind of hope I get to go to New York. Los Angeles, she's playing the Kia Forum, which is kind of a iconic venue for celebrities to go to. Okay, Dua, add Delta Center on there, please. Please. Can you get rid of Denver and just put Delta Center on there? Wait, she's not even going to Denver. Wild. Absolutely wild, Dua. You are just totally skipping around. Is she going to Phoenix even? She's not. You guys, she's missing a lot of land here. Okay, anyway. I'm going no matter what, but, just lots of traveling, lots of money to spend. It's okay. I don't regret spending money on traveling at all. Like, if I'm in debt for traveling, so be it. Let's see. Charlie XCX announced a new album. No one's really sure what it is. And people are calling it Brat Autumn. Bratum. And, where is it? Let me find out my phone. Hang on. Hold, please. And it comes out in October. And people are speculating it's a remix album with more remixes. Why isn't this working? Come on. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my phone. See, I'm telling you. They sure know how to get you to buy a new iPhone. Okay, it's backwards, so give me a second. Brat. And it's completely different, but also still Brat. Brat, and she has it in the caption. I didn't have to read the photo. Out October 11th. So no one's sure if it's in a deluxe album or if it's a remix album. I heard that she possibly might have Katy Perry on there. I hope that's true. Katy Perry has a new song out with Doechii called I'm His, He's Mine. It's really good. I love it. The music video is very, very sexy. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? Okay, this is trigger warning. This is mental health post or topic about someone trying to unalive themselves, but it's kind of sweet, so I want to talk about it. John Bon Jovi was in Nashville, and he was on this pedestrian bridge recording a music video for his new song, and he saw this girl who had gone on the other side of the rails of the handbar or whatever, and was going to jump off the bridge. And he kind of just casually walks over to her, and it's like, try not to scare her, try not to, and his employee or worker or whatever was with him, and they kind of are just talking to her, and they rub her shoulder, and then eventually she turns around and hugs John Bon Jovi, I guess John, and they end up pulling her over the bridge, and it's all on camera. It's all on like a public city camera or whatever. Anyway, I thought that was kind of sweet. Could you imagine turning around and seeing John Bon Jovi right there? But yeah, it's kind of one of those what is it? Those tear jerkers. But yeah, sad. Sad, but happy story, but sad, but also happy. All right, moving on. Let's see. The VMAs happened on Wednesday, and I watched, and I liked them. Another one of those. So when I was talking about those people on TikTok or people that have podcasts that are just like trying to nitpick at everything, I think I'm pretty even killed. Not a lot of things I hate, like movie wise, song. You know what I mean? I'm not picky. There are some people out there that are so picky. It's like, can you just enjoy the music? Can you just enjoy the movie? It's not that deep. It doesn't have to be that deep. Every single thing. Can it just be a fun, silly movie? You know what I mean? They were picking apart at the VMAs, and I'm like, I thought it was really good. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was good. I thought Meg the Stallion did a really good job hosting. I thought Katy Perry's performance was amazing. I thought all the performances were amazing. And they're like, yeah, it's just they need a rebrand. I'm like, what are you talking about? Did you see the giant astronaut person? Like, this probably costs like $10 million to put on. So for someone to come on and nitpick and all this stuff, it's just kind of weird to me. I don't know. Like, not everything has to be this show-stopping, amazing, wonderful thing. Can it just be like a fun award show? I don't know. Just bugged me. But Taylor Swift now has the most VMAs of anyone. She has 30, and she beat Beyonce. Beyonce has 25. So we'll talk more about that in a second. What time are we at? An hour. Okay. These episodes are getting longer, which I'm fine with. And apparently other people have said that also. So I'm going to keep going. Is it really 9 o'clock already? How is it 9 o'clock? Oh my gosh. Okay. Cardi B had her baby, another baby girl. And with her estranged husband Offset, they're getting divorced. And I'm not too sad about that. But apparently she's seeking sole custody of all the children. So that's interesting. I wonder how that'll play out. They don't have a name or anything yet, but whatever. This is interesting, I thought. So for years I've seen this around. Lady Gaga, when she went to, I think it was college. She was in college for a little bit because her parents made her. But there was a group of people that made a Facebook page that said Lady Gaga, or no, it said Stephanie Germanotta, you will never be famous. And it was just like these mean people in school. And she acknowledged it. What did she say about it? Hang on, let me pull up the info. Okay, so she finally acknowledged it or responded to it, because this is like, I've seen this like pops up like every couple months on Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff. And she commented on it finally and said, some people I went to college with made this way back when. Gaga wrote on a post, this is why you can't give up when people doubt you or put you down. Gotta keep going. So I thought that was pretty special. Pretty Gaga of her to do. What is next? What do I have on my list, you guys? We're nearing the end, don't worry. This one is interesting. Beyonce didn't get any CMA nominations. And I don't know, it's kind of frustrating, but she did say this is not a country album, this is a Beyonce album. So, I mean, but it was really good, you guys. It was really, really good. And it's really disheartening to not even get nominated. I mean, to not win is one thing, but to not even get nominated is just kind of bizarre to me. I don't know why it's so hard for the country scene to let people to break into their scene. You know what I mean? And they get so offended when people leave. Like, there was like an uproar when Taylor Swift said she was doing pop music. And I don't know. It's just interesting. Like, why not be inclusive? Why wouldn't you want more people to be in a industry? I guess it's not necessarily dying anymore. It's pretty popular right now, country music. But there was a time there where it was just kind of going downhill steadily. So you think that they'd want more people to be a part of it? I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's talk about the VMAs. The VMAs was really good, in my opinion. And they had a lot of performers. They had Chappell Roan. I loved how they had Sabrina Carpenter perform. Also Shawn Mendes performed. Also Camila Cabello performed. Which is funny to me because they're all in this like love triangle. And I just wonder, like, did they have like dressing rooms far apart from each other? Is this a whole publicity scheme? I don't think it is, because there was a picture of Sabrina Carpenter wearing a sweater that was Shawn Mendes's that he had taken of him, like, I don't know, a year before or something. So I really think this is all true. And the way that the girls' songs kind of pieced together, like one of them says, you went to her house in Palm Springs or something, and that's when he went and visited Camila Cabello in Palm Springs. And then Camila Cabello says, how did your car end up on her side of the city or her side of LA or something, which is referencing Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know. I think it's real, but you never know. So the winners, Best New Artist was Chappell Roan. The coveted Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award is like the highest honor you can get. was bestowed to Katy Perry, which is very, very, she's worthy of it, in my opinion. She has like the best music videos of all time. And she did a performance, it was like 10 minutes. And she did E.T. No, she started with Dark Horse and E.T. Then it was I'm His, He's Mine. What was it? California Girls. Was it California Girls or Teenage Dream? Firework, Lifetimes. It was good. Like, how do you condense that many songs? Like, a lot of artists have a lot of songs, but Katy Perry has a lot of songs that people know and that are hits. So, like, to go to her concerts and she doesn't play a lot of the, even kind of like the medium hits. It's just kind of sad. Like, she can never play all of them. I mean, she could. Taylor Swift does a 3-hour show, so Katy Perry, please. Please, 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 please. Okay, best music video was Fortnite by Taylor Swift, which I liked. It was really, really good. I think We Can't Be Friends should have won. I have heard a theory, though, that if you're not present at the VMAs, you don't get the award, which I like. I don't think if you don't show up, you should be able to get awarded. Just my opinion. Any award show, like, to be at this caliber of success and to not show up is just mind-blowing to me. Like, when people are like, they couldn't make it tonight, so I'm accepting this award in their honor. No, that's not fair. That's not fair to us. That's not fair to the fans. Like, so I think they've made it so you have to be there. Because I think every person that won was there. I could be wrong, and I could be making that up, but I'm pretty sure I heard that. You had to be there to accept the award. And I like that. I think that's only fair to the fans, and yeah. Lisa won Best K-pop Video for Rockstar. Taylor Swift won Best Artist. I guess that's what that is. I don't know how to read these. Song of the Summer was Fortnite. I personally think it should have been Espresso. Just my personal opinion. Best Song was Espresso. I mixed that up. I posted on my Instagram stories, and I put Song of the Summer twice, and I was like, crap, this is so embarrassing. But I will say, you guys, on my podcast Instagram page, you guys watched every single story I put on there, and I really appreciate that. It was like the same amount of number of views for every single slide, and usually it doesn't happen. Like, when you post a story, it's like a lot of people like the first one or view it, and then it just gradually goes down from there. But you guys really stepped up, and I appreciate it. I looked at the numbers. This one made me sad in a couple different ways. This was most iconic performance at the VMAs, and I think it was pretty safe to say everyone wanted Lady Gaga's Paparazzi to win, but again, she wasn't there, so that's why I think one of the reasons she didn't win. Secondly, it was fan awarded and fan voted, and Katy Perry has 200 million Instagram followers, and Lady Gaga has like 80 million. Only 80 million. So, I mean, the numbers add up. But she didn't win. Katy Perry won. And I remember I was watching this live, and they're like, congratulations, you won. It was on the red carpet or the black carpet. And she's like, for what? She's like, most iconic performance. And my heart just sank because I knew how mean people were going to be to her in the comments. And they were not nice. They were like, how dare you think that she deserves this? Lady Gaga deserves this. What a insult. Like, she doesn't deserve this. All this stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, the poor thing. Like, but her performance was good too. It was on the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, don't get me wrong. It was the same show as Miley Cyrus's We Can't Stop performance, that whole fiasco. It was that same year. And the fact that wasn't nominated, I don't know why it wasn't, but it wasn't. So it's kind of crazy. Anyway, she won Most Iconic Performance for Roar 2013 at the VMAs. Sorry, I don't know why I got stuck there. Okay. Best Group was 17. I've never heard of them. Best Rock Video was Lenny Kravitz. Sorry. Best Editing was Fortnite. Best Choreography was Houdini, which was totally worthy of it. Best Pop Video was Taylor Swift for I guess Fortnite, I want to say. Best collaboration was Fortnite. Best trending video was Mamushi with Meg Thee Stallion and Yuki Chiba. Sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Visual effects for Houdini for Eminem. Are we really supporting Eminem? I looked at the comments of a Eminem post, and people like really like him still. I just don't understand it, but oh well. Okay. Video for Good. What was I made for? Billie Eilish. Best hip hop video was Houdini, Eminem again. Best Afrobeats was Tyla. Best alternative video was Benson Boone. Benson Boone also performed, and he's just like one of those people that can do anything. And I am so envious of those people. Like, you know, when you see someone doing a backflip, like, you're like, oh, okay. Like, they're on another level. Like, I can't compete with them. Like, that's just, like, not even, you know, like, whatever he does, he can learn it within, like, 20 minutes and be, like, the best of anybody at that thing. You know, like, basketball, a video game, you know, just anything. Like, just seeing his audition on American Idol, he, like, hadn't played the piano in years, and Katy Perry's like, are you like okay? Like, she's like, are you learning how to play the piano right now? He's like, no, it's just been a little while. I'm just trying to get my feel. And then goes on to sing this perfect song. I'm like, oh, God. Anyway, apparently he has a lot of stuff coming up. He's teased some stuff. Best direction was Fortnite by Taylor Swift. I think she directed it. Best R&B video was Snooze by SZA. Best Latin was Anita. I don't know how to say that word, so I'm not going to. MIL space VECES. Isabel, will you please message me and tell me what that means? Best cinematography is We Can't Be Friends. And best art direction was Boa by Meg Thee Stallion. So there you go. A lot of performances. Halsey performed. I'm really loving this new era, this new vibe of her. It's very early 2000s, very fun. She like has games for people to play to unlock new levels of her album, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that. She's hidden like clues like in London and Sydney and New York, I think, and I think LA, and people have to go find them to unlock the next clue. So that's kind of fun. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go on to the Emmys, which I need to watch. I was gonna try and watch them this morning, but they're not on anything. I'm so annoyed. I bought Sling TV to watch the VMAs, and once I bought it, it said type in your zip code, and so I did, and it's like these channels are not available in your area. These channels were ABC, Fox, and CBS. I'm like, the three basic channels that I can get on my rabbit ear antennas upstairs are not available on Sling, but I can get Bravo and CMT and MTV and all these shows on this. Like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I will say, Sling is pretty good. It's like $40 a month, and like it never froze or anything. The quality was really good. The picture was really good. And it has like a guide. You have a DVR. So yeah, I was pretty impressed. I'm going to be honest with you, except for the ABC Fox thing. Like, what the hell is that? The basic channels that everyone can get, I can't get on Sling TV. I don't know. Okay, the VMAs. No, sorry, the Emmys. I'm just going to read off the list because I honestly don't know anything about it. Just what I saw on Threads yesterday, which I was pretty happy with. Outstanding comedy series. The winner was Hacks, which if you haven't watched that show yet, you need to go watch it. I'm telling you, this show is hilarious. Hacks won, which I'm happy with. Outstanding drama series was Shogun. And I've heard people like that a lot. It's like, I think it's, what do they call that? I was going to say realistic fiction, historical fiction. Yeah. So a lot of good shows to compete with. So it's pretty good. Outstanding lead actress in a drama series was Anna Sawai from Shogun. She was up against Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon and Imelda Staunton. A lot of very famous people. So the morning show is good too, you guys. I'm telling you, it's really good. Outstanding lead actor in a drama series was, sorry you guys, Hiroyuki Sanada for Shogun. He was up against Idris Elba, Donald Glover, Gary Oldman, wow, and Dominic West for The Crown. Outstanding limited or anthology series was Baby Reindeer, which I've heard that show is just wild. I don't think I'll watch it because it scares me. Outstanding lead actress in a limited anthology series or movie was Jodie Foster for True Detective. I love when I see people make a comeback. Like Jodie Foster, she like kind of took a break. I think she did a lot of directing and stuff, but I love seeing when they come back and they win awards like this. But I will say, Sofia Vergara in Griselda was amazing. So the fact that she didn't win was kind of disappointing, I'm going to be honest. I would have chose that one, Sofia Vergara, just in my opinion. I haven't seen True Detective or Jodie Foster in it, so I can't really say much, but Sofia Vergara, going from Modern Family, going from, what's her name in it? Oh my gosh, why did I just forget her name? In Modern Family, Gloria. Going from that to Griselda, she did a really good job. Outstanding lead actor in a limited anthology series or movie was Richard Gadd for Baby Reindeer. He was up against Matt Bomer in Fellow Travelers. That show's really good too. John Hamm in Fargo, Andrew Scott for Ripley, and Tom Hollander for Feud. Did you guys ever hear about that, Tom Hollander? So he is on White Lotus 2. He's the guy that owns that villa that he can't afford. He's also in Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't tell you what character he is because I really don't know how to explain it. I don't know the name of him either. But his name's Tom Hollander. And he said at one time he got Tom Holland's check on accident. And he didn't say how much it was, but he said, I was like going into shock about how much that check was. He's like, I was so confused what was going on. And then he read the name and it was Tom Holland. He's like, it was in the millions. I'm like, could you imagine? That's so cool to be making that kind of money. Best directing for a drama was Frederick E.O. Toy for Shogun. It's up against The Morning Show, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and The Crown. Wow. Governor's Award, I don't know what that is Greg Berlanti. I don't know who that is either. Best directing for a comedy series was Christopher Storer, The Bear. He was up against Abbott Elementary. Another person who directed The Bear was someone who directed Hacks. I love that show so much, you guys. I want to watch it again. Best writing for a limited series or TV movies was Richard Gadd for Baby Reindeer, up against Fellow Travelers, Ripley, Fargo. Best writing for a drama series was Will Smith. Really? Is that the Will Smith for Slow Horses? Best supporting actor in a limited anthology series was Lamorne Morris for Fargo. Best talk series, The Daily Show. Who's on that anymore? Didn't Trevor Noah quit? He's up against Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and Stephen Colbert. Wow. Jimmy Fallon wasn't even nominated. Crazy. Writing in a comedy series was Hacks, which I love that forever. Directing limited series was Ripley. I thought that was a movie. I didn't know that was a TV show. Sorry, there's a lot of these that are just like aren't even like important. Best scripted variety series. There's only two people in this category. Saturday Night Live or Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. And John Oliver won. Supporting actress for a limited anthology series was Jessica Gunning for Baby Reindeer. Best outstanding reality competition program was was Traders. It was up against The Amazing Race. I feel like Amazing Race won that one for a long, long time. But Traders is so good, you guys. Outstanding lead actress for a comedy series was Jean Smart for Hacks. I totally deserves that. I'm going to be so honest. She was up against Selena Gomez, Quinta Brunson, and Kristen Wiig, and Maya Rudolph. Wow. And Ayo Edeberry. Is that how you say her name? I know who she is. I can't remember how to say her name, though. Supporting actress was Elizabeth Debicki in The Crown. She looks just like Diana, Princess Diana. Not just like it, but she looks like she could be her sister. Supporting actress in a comedy series, Liza Collins-Zayas for The Bear. Well, there's a lot of awards, you guys. Sorry, I didn't think it was going to be this much. Supporting actor in a drama series, Billy Crudup from The Morning Show. He deserves that one, I believe. Outstanding lead actor, Jeremy Allen White in The Bear. Supporting actor so and so from The Bear. The Bear is supposedly the new thing, you guys. So if you're not watching that, you need to get started. And that is it, you guys. That brings us to the end of our program. And yeah, another week down. What is this? 56, episode 56. So crazy. That is so wild. Also, I need to be better at this. Go like the podcast. Go rate it 5 stars. Go follow it on Spotify. On Spotify now, you can comment on... What was I going to say? Comment on episodes. So go ahead and do that. I can see them right on the app for Spotify. And yeah, tell people about this podcast. If you post about it on Instagram, I'll repost it. Like, we need to get this to more listeners. More people need to know this information I am spouting about. But in all seriousness, I am having a lot of fun. So I don't mind doing this for the few of you that listen, the few dedicated listeners. I truly appreciate it. Oh, sorry, this is episode 55. My bad. But yeah, let's see if I can see the comments on here. I cannot. I don't know why. There's a place you can comment. Maybe you can't do it online. I'm on the online one. But yeah, anyway, we've been at 23 5 stars for the last like 7 months. So I need you guys to go, and if you haven't done so yet, please go rate it 5 stars. We need to get that up because apparently that's like a huge thing. And yeah, other than that, have a great weekend. Oh, I have to say, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City starts on Wednesday. And that's it. And let's see. What is this week? Next week on TV is Saturday Night Live on the 28th. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, I gotta go. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.